Good morning everyone, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome along to the vlog. Well, I hope you're doing better than what I am this morning. This week I've already recorded a vlog, a 2-day vlog, which was recorded earlier in the week, but it was to drops that I've done before. So I wasn't too keen on putting that one up so soon, because I didn't want the channel to get repetitive. Because I mean, come on, you don't come here to look at my gorgeous mush, do you? You come to see my jobs I'm doing. So yesterday, which was Thursday, when I was told that I'm doing this Wellingborough drop, which I've not done now for a couple of years, I thought, ooh, I'll vlog Friday, which is going to make editing this vlog and getting it up for Saturday a bit of a rush. But as you're watching it right now on Saturday, if you're watching it when it's going up live, then obviously I've done a good job and got it up. Well, I wouldn't say done a good job, I've got it up. That's the main thing. But yes, I'm on my way in, like you do, and like I'm following the main roads that I know. And then I come to a road closed sign, and I'm thinking, ooh, where do I go? You know, so follow the diversion, think, yeah, no problem at all. So I follow that. And the sat-nav, which I should have checked, to be honest with you, guided me to their head offices in Wellingborough, not to their warehouse. Which, you know, fair enough, you know, it's all easy accessible and stuff, but I don't think they're going to take 26 pallets in an office up some stairs, do you? So I've pulled over, put it back in the sat-nav. It's not far, it's only like 2 kilometres down the road, you know, it's one of them sort of things. But that's what goes to show, you should always check your addresses first. But because it's been a while since I've been down here, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, fair enough. Yeah, I regret that now. So, yeah, things can go wrong, It's my fault. I should have, like I say, checked on Google Earth, and it's one thing that I normally do. You know, I have a quick look on Google Earth and it's like, yep, there's the place, that's where I need to be. But I trusted the address today because it's one that we do regular, you know, where we drop to regular. I know I've not been there myself for a while, but, you know, and I made a boo-boo. So, but there we go. No damage done, just a bit of a tour around the centre of Wellingborough. That's all it was. So I hope you enjoyed that tour. But yeah, I'm literally like, you know, round the corner from it now. Once I've delivered here, which incidentally is a place that Trucker Bill used to go to quite a lot when he used to work for the wholesalers. But I'll talk more about Trucker Bill and some other shout-outs later on when I'm back on the A14. Once I'm done here, I'm heading down to Benfleet to load up, and that load is going to Park Royal, which is some places I've been before on camera, but I'll still show you anyway because it's all good content, isn't it, while we're all, you know, either furloughed or stuck at home on lockdown or whatever it be. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to leave it here and I shall rejoin you all when I'm inside. Hopefully. Cheers, bud. Right then, we've now got that tipped and we're now back on the M11/A14 sort of junction area at the minute, on our way down to Benfleet. Due to get there for about 10:30, which isn't too bad because we're not due to collect till 11. We have got another driver going down, so with any luck, you know, we won't be sort of there at the same time. Either he will get there before me or vice versa. But I thought I'd just come back to you because I wanted just to do a quick couple of shout outs. Now, I've just been to a place where a fellow YouTuber called Trucker Bill used to work for. He didn't work for that particular site, he used to work down at Hatfield, but of course he used to deliver up there. He used to, I think, do a regular run up there, to be fair. So if you haven't already, search for Trucker Bill or click on the link in the description below. All the links to the people I'm going to shout out, by the way, will be in the description below. He's also got a new channel called Wearin Bearin, which is basically going to be about cars and things. So that's definitely worth tuning into, so also subscribe to that while you're there. Also, whilst we're talking about YouTubers, I want to give a shout out to SamK. He's a new upcoming vlogger. He's been doing it for a couple of months now. Drives class 2 and his vlogs are brilliant, they really are. Well edited, well put together. He's got a good sense of humour, so it's definitely worth watching. He's also got a Instagram account, I believe, which I'll also link below. But yeah, at the minute he's only got about 55 or so subscribers on YouTube, which is diabolical. He should have a lot more than that, if you ask me. So please, 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 go after this vlog is finished, click on the link in the description below for SamK and subscribe to him. Let's try and get him to about 250, shall we, by this time next week? What do you reckon? Can we do that? I'm sure we can. So please, spread the word, go to his channel if you don't already and click subscribe. It's definitely worth doing and worth watching. Very entertaining vlogs. And talking about entertaining vlogs, I want to also recommend DazzerTheTrucker. His vlogs are fantastic as well. They are well edited, well put together. So once again, please click in the description below. Try and boost his subs up if you can. It all helps out. You know, he's a fantastic vlogger. He's got a Facebook and Instagram account as well, which I shall link in the description below. So please, please, please go do that after this vlog. That'd be really appreciated. I've also got a couple of shout outs for viewers. The first one I've been meaning to do for quite a while, but things have got in the way, so I do apologise, and that is to Sam Skelton. He's been watching my vlogs pretty much since day one, so and he's always commenting on things on my social medias, whether it be Facebook or anything really. He's quite a regular watcher, so thank you very much for that, Sam. That is really appreciated. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content I'm putting out, so thank you very much for watching. And finally, I'd just like to give a shout out to Adam Stevenson. He dropped me a message on Facebook the other day asking for a shout out, so there you go, Adam. Thank you very much for watching, it is appreciated. So there we go. So now I've done them, I'm going to crack on, get a bit further down the M11, and I shall rejoin you when I'm on the M25 sort of area. So I shall catch you all in a bit, guys. Right then guys, we're nearly there now. Just literally around the corner, and we're there. Just make sure nobody tries to come up the inside of me as I turn. Jolly good. Yeah, I came down the M11 from the drop in Wellingborough. Nice run down. Started to use the M11 and the A14 purely because it was somewhere different to go. Where the drop in Wellingborough was, it was sort of in the middle between Wellingborough and between the A14 and the M1. So I thought, well, why not? We don't go down the A14 and M11 very often, so I decided to go this way. So, like I say, it's not really added any time to the journey. So, just a bit of a change of scenery. I mean, we're going back up the M1 later, so we're not really missing anything. But whilst we were going down the M11, I passed a fellow YouTube vlogger, typically whilst the camera was turned off, and that is Trucker Will. It's a HIAB life. Now, if you're watching the premiere of this vlog on 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, which I do every Saturday at 10 o'clock, I do a live sort of chat and everything with the video going live on YouTube. So if you haven't already, please do that. But if you are watching it live, he will no doubt be in the chat. So everyone, hello Will, hello. If you're not watching it live, ignore that and just go to my description, click on the links for his channels and give them a like and a follow and subscribe, etc, etc. Whilst I'm on the subject of giving other channels some airtime, please go check out Nessa Trucker UK. Go check out Vicky, her vlogs. She hasn't put one up for a while, so I don't know if she's been furloughed or if work's quiet or whatnot, I'm not sure. But either way, do check them out. It's very interesting vlogs. It's all to do like skip work. That's her main side of job. Sometimes with a hook loader, sometimes with a traditional chain style sort of skip loader for house domestics and stuff. Also while you're there, check out truck driver Hayley. She's local to me. She's from Birmingham, and she's doing like nut and bolt deliveries to factories and things. I think she's been furloughed at the minute herself, but it's been a year since she's handed in a notice as a teacher to become a truck driver. So please click on the link. Oh, this road doesn't get any better. Please click on the link in my description below to her channels. Go say hello and say I sent you. Same with Nessa as well, say that I sent you. And the final one is a small time vlogger. He's not really made it big yet. He's only got a couple of subscribers, and so I think it's worth letting you all know about him. And that is Paul, otherwise known as the Wittering Trucker. I chat to him fairly regular on Messenger and stuff. He's a top bloke, like everyone is that I've just mentioned. So if you haven't already and you like the sort of content that myself and other people are putting out, please go check him out and tell him that I sent you. So hopefully by telling all these people that I sent you, they might treat me to something for my birthday next week or something. I don't know, we'll see. Can always drop the hint, can't we? But anyway, as you can tell, I am at my collection point. I am the only one here, which is fantastic, because I was worried that I might bump into my colleague, who's also due here. But what I'm going to do is going to park straight away on that bay just there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm doing a spinner, as Mr. Andrews would say. There we go. Nearly round. Nearly round. Oh dear, I have to do a little bit of a blind side onto the bay. Well, I cope. Let's have a look. But yeah, hopefully get loaded fairly quickly here, and then I'll head across to Park Royal and get this tipped, and we'll see what the plan is from there. At this moment in time, I'm not completely sure. I'm not doing very well with the reversing. A coin of phrase, hashtag doing a deeder. When you can't reverse an Arctic very well, or very straight, how about we calling it doing a deeder? He's always saying he can't reverse. He's a good driver, to be fair. He's very good. He's not got any real issues at all. It's just his confidence he needs to build. But shall we call that doing a deeder? Where we don't get onto the bay first time? Just wind him up a bit, you know. But yeah, so there we go. We are here. So I'm going to nip in, let them know that I'm here, open the curtains and hopefully get loaded. So I shall catch you all again, guys, when I'm on my way out from here. Right, there we go. We're now on our way to Park Royal. Managed to get my break in there whilst I was being loaded, because I had to wait for a few to be finished off. So that's all well and good. So now we're on our way. Should be at Park Royal for about 12:15 sort of time, which would be ideal because they go on a lunch from 1 till 2:30. Well, I say lunch, it's to clear all the loading docks and stuff like that, you know, and then have a lunch. So I should make it there before that. All being well, won't hit any real traffic delays along the way. It's been fairly good these last few weeks, but we shall see. But I might even make some time back actually. I might even get there for 12, which would be even better. But yeah, get there, get tipped, and then I'll see what the plan is next. So I shall rejoin you all when I'm at my drop. Right then guys, as I'm now stuck in traffic on the North Circular, I thought I'd go begging for a bit. Now, before I start, I've not been paid or asked to do this. This is completely off my own back. And at the same time, there is no pressure to give anything to what I'm about to say. I will not be offended if you don't. You know, only you know what you can do. You might be struggling yourself, you know what's going on at the minute. So please, please, please don't feel any pressure to do anything. Really don't. But I wanted to share it out there, and I want to ask you lot to share it as well if you can. I've got 770 subscribers at the minute. If at least even half of you all could go onto your social media page and share what I'm about to say, and I'll put the links in below, so don't worry about it. It'd be greatly appreciated. It really, really will. But basically, a few years ago, myself, my wife and Trucker William stumbled across a little railway in the back garden of someone's house that was called the Soar Valley Garden Railway. Now this railway was open to the public, and kids could go along and then drive model trains which are say 8 to 10 inches tall with some carriages and wagons behind them, and they had stations in the garden, and lovely place. I'll put some pictures up as I'm talking. And they had a tea room attached to it as well, so the parents, whilst the kids were playing, could get a bite to eat and some drinks, and they had lovely food and cake and tea and coffee and that from there. Absolutely lovely. And it's run by the most lovely couple you could ever wish to meet, Martin and Angela Palin. And we started visiting that often that we became more than visitors, we became friends. And hopefully we'll be lifelong friends, because they are a lovely couple, they really are. And they've had their ups and downs with the garden railway. They suffered a small fire overnight in the shed, which destroyed some stuff, which then they had to find the pennies to get that. But they got through that. You know, I was sharing all their posts then, even, you know, about, you know, helping them out to get stuff, just to allow the kids to still play. Luckily they got through that okay, and they came out stronger, than what they were when they went into it, which is amazing. They've done so well with it, they really have. And just before Christmas, I was told by Martin that they were thinking of closing. Now at the time I thought, oh no, that's just a shame. I understand why, because you want to spend time with Arthur, their little 7-year-old son. Completely understandable, but it's a shame because we're going to lose something. But he said, oh, but don't worry, we will be reopening again, but in a new location. So I thought, oh, okay then, fair enough. So they were telling me that they were looking at buying a bigger place and basically extending the garden railway to be something bigger and better. More tracks, a better layout for the garden, a completely separate tea room to the actual house, which is currently the lower floor of their house at the minute. And stuff like this, just to make it more dedicated. And their plans were to close at the end of Easter, spend maybe a year with their son just so they can have some family time, which they really, really deserve. They really, really do. And then reopen somewhere else. And I offered my assistance. I said, look, if you need help to move and this, that, the other, I'm more than happy to do it. But then the coronavirus came in, and that put a massive spanner in the works. So they had to close early because, of course, they can't have visitors coming to their house. Angela, I think, is a high risk category, so she's had to self-isolate anyway. So obviously they can't have visitors coming from the outside just because of the risk element. And so she's had to stay isolated from work. She's a hospital worker. She works, I think, in Loughborough. So, and they've now then lost the earning from the actual railway itself. So they've lost half their earning straight away from this coronavirus. Pretty much like myself. My wife isn't working at the minute because she can't, because she's a aromatherapy masseuse. And I'm the only person now earning, so I know exactly what sort of situation they're in. However, instead of just sitting back and thinking, oh, this is terrible, what we're going to do, blah, 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 Martin and Angela turn around and says, I know what we're going to do. We're going to help the NHS. Right? This is the sort of people that they are. Even though they're going through absolute hell at the minute, well, as such, you know what I mean, like with having to watch their pennies, Angela having to be so careful because of being high risk, etc., etc., they still wanted to give something back, give to the community. And what they came across, I think they saw a video from somebody in Canada who had invented a grip that goes around the back of the head, which the straps from a mask can go around to keep them away from the ears. That then saves nurses and doctors and medical staff, etc., like porters or whoever, getting really sore ears, which could possibly bleed as well, because obviously, it's a very sensitive area. And it looks after them by keeping the straps well away. They're making these masks on their 3D printers, so I had to just concentrate then, because that Mr. Merck was not going to ease off. He was sat right beside me, so I do apologise. But they then turn their 3D printers to making this. So bearing in mind they're not making any money now as a family, well, other than Angela's wage from the hospital, I believe she should still get. But Martin's lost his earnings, but they're still giving by making these mask grips, which is absolutely amazing when you think of it, isn't it? After all that trouble, they're still wanting to give something back. And what they were doing, they were really struggling to get the stuff to the hospital safely. They were relying on nurses and doctors actually coming to their place, picking the stuff up and taking it to the hospitals. Now obviously these doctors and nurses are working mega long hours trying to help fight this terrible, terrible disease that's going on, but they were still doing it. But deliveries weren't being very regular. So I approached my boss and said, is there any way that we can provide transport for these items? It'll only be a small box, so a van will be fine, or even a car, to Nottingham hospitals and to Leicester hospitals. Like there's each trust has got like a set place where stuff gets delivered to, then it gets distributed out from there. So we're not actually delivering to the hospitals themselves, if that makes sense. So I said to the boss, either do it at full price or it's cost price or whatever you can do. Just generally, is there any way that you can help out? You know, because they really need the help. So my boss asked me a few questions about it and what they do there and this, that, the other. And you know what? Amazing, really amazing. I feel so proud to be part of this company. They turn around and says, yeah, we can get them delivered for them for free. So now we are doing a couple of collections and deliveries a week from Martin and Angela's place, where people also bring their 3D printed stuff to like all be put into one area, and we're distributing them to the main hospitals in the area completely for free. That is so amazing that the company Translink have done that as a goodwill gesture in this hour of need of the country, where even Translink or anybody could be suffering for loss of work because places are closing down. I don't know the details of it, you know, I don't get involved in that side of the company. But you know, to be able to turn around to someone and say, we'll do that for you for free is absolutely amazing, it really is. And it's took no end of pressure off of Martin and Angela, knowing now that the stuff is being delivered regularly, and they can just, all they've got to do is just drop Adam in the office an email just to say, we've got a package for such and such a hospital, and that's all they have to do. They know it's going to be collected, they know it's going to be delivered in safely, in great condition, you know, perfect, spot on. And like I say, thank you. If my bosses are watching this, thank you so much for doing that. It is really, really, really appreciated. More than you know. Martin and Angela are so happy with it. I'm sure they've told you. I really am, you know, but they are so pleased that you're able to help, and they're just so overwhelmed with the support that you're giving them. It is unbelievable. But going back to Martin and Angela, now, like I said, Martin is no longer working, and Angela's self-isolating. So, and they're still having to buy stock to 3D print with. So they've set up a GoFundMe page where they can get donations in to enable them to buy the different bits and pieces that they need. Don't ask me what they are because I don't do 3D printing, so I've got no clue whatsoever. Or they've also set up an Amazon wish list, which has got the items actually there for sale that they need for their printer and stuff. So the right stuff is then purchased. If you can, please consider giving, even if it's just £1 or anything. Please consider giving to the Soar Valley Garden Railway's GoFundMe page, or even buying from that Amazon wish list. That money will go such a long way. It's helping out doctors and nurses. Them doctors and nurses are on the front line against this COVID-19. Now them masks are helping stop transmitting the disease from patient to them, or from patient to patient, or whatever. So by you donating some money or buying some stock, you could genuinely help save lives. I know it's dark in here, please bear with me. That mask grip could be on that nurse that's now wearing that mask comfortably without any irritation, and can go about their job without having to keep on adjusting things or changing things or anything like that, safely, and they can help stop the transmission of the disease. It's just an incredible little idea, but it can make such a difference. And if you can help out financially by giving something, 50p even, whatever, and literally anything, you know, then please consider it. The link will be in the description below to both the Soar Valley Garden Railway's page, Translink Express's page. Now, please give them a follow as well on Facebook. It's the least that I can do is recommend that people follow Translink on social media. And also, if you can't give any money, which is absolutely fine, I would completely understand. Everyone's in a different financial situation. You know, like I say, my wife isn't working now, so we're having to live off of my salary. So I know what it can be like. You know, luckily we're not doing too bad at the minute, but I know what it can be like, that you have to really think to yourself, so can I afford to buy that £5 item or whatever? Don't give. Don't put yourself into trouble. But please, if you've got a Facebook account, share any post that you see regarding this from the Soar Valley Garden Railway. Like I say, links in the description below. And just keep on spreading the word. Please. Fellow truck vloggers, if you're watching this, give the Soar Valley Garden Railway and Translink Express pages on Facebook a like, please. And if you can, share their page. Share the Soar Valley Garden Railway stuff that they're putting up about these mask grips. Please, can we just try and get the word out there so they can get all the help that they need to help keep on providing this to the NHS. Like I say, they're providing this completely free, literally 100% free. And yes, there is more than them out there that are doing this, don't get me wrong. And if you are already associated with somebody doing that, or giving to help somebody that's doing that, then please continue to do so. But if you're not, and you want to help out during this, like I say, there's no obligation. Please consider giving some money to the GoFundMe page, possibly buying something off the Amazon wish list, or even just sharing their post. I think they also, trying to think, have a Twitter page which shares things, so please give them a follow on there. Once again, I'll link in the description below. Just please, it'd be so appreciated if you can just help out, you know, or even just send them a message just to wish them well. Just tell them that you're behind them or something. Just give them that boost. They really do deserve it. They're doing such a good, amazing job. It's unbelievable. You know, they are, you know, superheroes don't all wear capes, do they? You know. Anyway, that's enough of that. Like I say, no obligation. I've not been paid to say this. I've not been asked to say this. But please, please, please do consider doing it. You know, feel free to say you've come from me if you want to. You don't have to. That's not a problem. And when they reopen their Soar Valley Garden Railway, I'll be there with my camera. I'll be there vlogging it, so you'll get to see it firsthand. I might even try and sort out some sort of interview with Martin, even over the phone, and try and get that onto a vlog as well, because they really do deserve the publicity out there to try and help them out as much as possible. It's going to go dark again, I do apologise. So yeah, please, please, please do. Please, honestly, I can't state it enough. It would be so appreciated if you can. But anyway, I'm going to plod on. I'm going to get to my delivery, and I shall rejoin you all when I'm there. Thank you for listening. Right then, sorry about the audio quality just for this section. I haven't turned my recorder on because I had to run back to the truck. I've been let straight onto the bay and it's absolutely bucketed it down just as I was going back to the truck, as you can see. So I'm absolutely soaked, but never mind, never mind, these things are sent to challenges. But there we go. So right, on to bay 3. What I might do is I might spin it round, do a spinner, and then reverse it on my good side, purely because my mirrors are soaking wet and I can't quite see the lines on the ground. looking out from the mirrors because of how they are, how they're wet. So just bear with me. Makes it a bit of a tighter reverse because of how narrow this here is, but overall it's easier than blindsiding it in and then being completely off. Right, I'm just going to jump out and open the back doors, open the curtains. I'm going to a bay. What am I on about? I'll be right back with you. Rightio, I'm back. So, back onto the bay. Too tight on that side, so I'm doing another DD. It's got to be a new catchphrase, isn't it? Doing DD. I don't think Gareth will mind, to be fair. The problem with this trailer is it's got the side fairings down the whole length, so you've got to be so careful when you're backing onto a bay. Especially a tight one like this, where the bars are normally fairly close anyway, on both sides. There we go, we're in. And just roll it back till we feel the bump. About there. Hold ya. So right, that's that done. So right, I'm going to have my paperwork in, and I'm just going to give myself a bite to eat whilst I tip in there. And I shall be back with you shortly.
Closing time, the bar is almost empty. It's me, the bartender, and the piano man. The last call for alcohol has come and gone. Hey buddy, time to go home. Sounds like a messed up plan. It's just the thought of you that's more than I can take. I guess I'm hard what made to break. Outside the night is warm and quiet. I hear the neon signs and the street lights buzz. The lovers, the one night stands, and the ones who buy it have all put to rest. One more day's fuss. For me the thorn
Right, there we go, we're nearly back at Leicester now. I didn't get any chance to actually speak to you when I was on the bay back there. The man that's in the goods in stroke warehouse, he said, well, our shift changes in half an hour, so we'll try and get you done, but we've got to clear some space first and then tip you. And if we can't get you done on our shift, it might be about an hour before the other shift can do it, because they've got to clear everything before they can make a start, which is fair enough. So I said, yeah, that's fine, no problem at all, mate. But I said, I've got the best person on the job for unloading me though, ain't I? As you do. Try and butter the person up. So I got back to the truck, and about 7 minutes later I get the green light to say I'm all done. Back to the office, paperwork all signed and everything. Magic. Why can't all RDCs be like that? So I said to him, yep, told you see, I don't know what you were worrying about. I said, got me done in 10 minutes. Definitely can't complain, I said. So yeah, so I've come back up to Leicester now. I'm just coming off at Lutterworth, and I'm going to a customer of ours to do a trailer swap. Hopefully they'll have a loaded trailer there ready for us when I get there. If not, I'm going to give the office a ring, see if there's something else they want me to do instead. But hopefully it is ready, because it'll be nice and routine. And I've only got an hour and 20 driving time left before I'd need another break. So ideally, if this is ready, I'll be able to get back to the yard and have my break there if they need me to do anything else, which would be ideal because there's a coffee machine there. You know me and my coffee. I'd have an IV line with a bag of black coffee up there if I could. But yeah, so this is the plane that Kev T saw about, what would it be? About 2 months ago. It's basically a sort of a tribute to Frank Whittle, who lived in this village of Lutterworth for, I think it was during the war years. And of course Frank Whittle was the one that helped invent the jet engine. So he worked around here, and there's actually an estate that we go past, which is actually named the Whittle Estate, just in Whetstone, place in Whetstone. And we don't go in there, but I don't go in there myself anymore. We used to have some customers in there, but I think they've moved now. But that is where he did all of his work. So he lived here, but he worked from Whetstone, in this big estate. And there's still some of the old buildings there that would be there when he was doing it. So it's always fun, always interesting to actually see these buildings still as you're travelling around. I love that with the... Why couldn't that 500 driver have done that? Ah well, never mind, eh? But yeah, it's always nice to see these old buildings. I'm quite fascinated by the old Great Central Railway that used to come down here. We're pretty much now to the right of us, not right here, but like a few streets away, is where the Lutterworth station used to be on the Great Central Railway. The Great Central Railway used to connect Manchester and Sheffield with Nottingham, Leicester, and then down to London Marylebone. And the Great Central, when that was built in the late 1800s, they wanted to build a channel tunnel. So the actual original idea comes from, well, I don't have the original idea, but one of the ideas comes from the builders of the Great Central Railway. And unfortunately it got closed during the Beeching Act. So all around here, because we've got the preserved Great Central Railway from Leicester to Loughborough, so we've still got a bit of it existing, but all around here you've got like old bridges and tunnels. There's a tunnel in Dunton Bassett just up here, which must make sure I don't miss my turning, which still exists. And I must have a word with the woodyard that's attached to it, see if I can go down there when all this COVID-19 is finished. I'm going to have a look. But it's just fascinating stuff, really, just to see your past. It's history that's still there. It used to be a very busy main line. The Flying Scotsman used to be based at Leicester Station, believe it or not. So there's like a lot of history there, and it's nice to be able to still see it. And when you go to like these old railway lines and any old building really, that's no longer occupied, you look at it and you think to yourself, I wonder what it was like, you know, in the days when this was running, or when this factory was working, or when, you know, those trains coming down this line. But yeah, anyway, I'm here at the collection, so I'm going to have to leave you here for a second. Is that one of our drivers in there as well? Oh no, it's alright, there's one of our drivers in there as well. But I shall rejoin you all in a bit when I know what's happening, and hopefully I've got a full trailer. I shall see you in a bit, guys. guys, that's that trailer now swapped. I had to wait for about 20 minutes for it to be ready. And we're just finishing off putting the last half of the trailer on, put the labels on and stuff. But that's not too bad really, didn't mind having to wait. Managed to get a break in whilst I sat there anyway, so that all helps out, doesn't it? But I'm going to leave the vlog here because I believe that when I get back to the yard, that is me done for the day and for the week, because today is Friday. I hope you've all enjoyed the vlog. Please, please, please make sure you subscribe to SamK and to DazzerTheTrucker. Dazzer's currently on about 200 subs and SamK's on about 55. So if we can get SamK up to 250 and Dazzer up to 400, 450, that'd be brilliant. So please, please, please go and subscribe to them too. That'd be amazing if you can do that. Also go check out Truck Driver Hayley, Nessa Trucker UK, Will It's a HIAB Life, and last but no means least, Paul or Wittering Trucker, as you all know him. Please go check their channels out if you haven't already. Great content from every single one of them vloggers. Literally, they're all brilliant. They really are. Links to everybody's vlogs and their social medias are in the description below. Please, 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 if you can, try and help out the Soar Valley Garden Railway, whether that's giving a donation, buying supplies, or just sharing their stuff on Facebook. Even just sharing would be amazing. So thank you very much if you can do that. That would be really appreciated. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a comment and give the video a thumbs up. The thumbs up, as always, shares it out with a wider audience, and the more people that view, the more popular the vlogs get, and you know, it spirals. You know, I mean, I'm currently on about 777 subscribers, I think, at the minute at last look. So I'm not far from that magic 1,000. Only about another 230 to go. So yeah, amazing. I want to get to that 1,000 as soon as I can, guys. Brilliant, you know, brilliant stuff. I can then do live streaming on my phone and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and it'll just, you know, be an amazing achievement just for the, you know, the first 6 months of this channel being live, and within the first series as well. I mean, I intend to run the series to maybe about 25-30 vlogs if I can, depending on the sort of content we can get at the minute. But if I can get up to 1,000 before the end of the first series, I would be ever so grateful. It'd be absolutely amazing if you can do that. But yeah, so please keep on sharing. If you haven't already and you do like the content I'm putting out, please subscribe. It really does help. Help me get to that magic 1,000. And you can do that by clicking the subscription button below. Completely free, doesn't cost you a penny. Just give it a click. And while you're there, click the notification bell. That will notify you of every time I put a video online. So you will be notified straight away, so you won't miss a thing. I always try and get the vlogs up on a Saturday morning if I can. Last week's one was a bit of a delay because of different reasons, but I'm not going to go back into that. I'll cover that in the last one, which if you haven't seen it, go look at the last one. But yeah, I aim to get them up at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I always set them as a premiere, however you pronounce it. Oh, don't ask me, I think premiere, oh, whatever it is, you know what I mean. So it goes live at 10 o'clock on a Saturday, and I'm there in the chat whilst it's going live, so you can talk to me. I will talk back to you, that's absolutely fine, you know. So yeah, all good for interaction. I'm happy to do it. You know, you'll meet other vloggers in there as well. Will goes in there regular, so you know, please do come along and say hello. You know, I don't bite, you know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend. Look after yourself, stay safe, keep those hands clean, and I shall see you all soon. Ta-ta!